So week 9 is a very interesting week, okay? And this is something that I really dove into, so stay with me here. The first day of the week. Not only is it Tom Holland's birthday, but it's also Marilyn Monroe's birthday, Morgan Freeman, and Amy Schumer's birthday. Like, those are iconic people to all be born on the same day. Now stay with me. Also, on the Tuesday, it's National Rocky Road Day. What does that even mean? Does that mean the ice cream? Because if so, I'm there. I'm ready. June 2nd, great day. Soon, June 3rd, repeat day. Do you hear me? I said repeat day. That means that you should repeat everything that you do that day or say that day, because I'm sure everyone will love to live with you more if you do that on the 3rd. Now we're rolling into June 4th. It's Applesauce Cake Day. Doesn't make sense to you? That's okay, because it's Hug Your Cat Day. Still doesn't apply to you? Me neither. National Cheese Day. That's okay. They're all the same day. It's fantastic. And then we roll into June 5th. That's the end of this school week. And we have a very important day. It is National Donut Day. And I don't know about you guys, but I take that day very seriously. Specifically in our class, we have 2 other very important days this week. We have Kynjay's birthday. Kynjay, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope that it's full of love and laughter and those that you hold dear to you, and I hope that they celebrate you on this special day. And to one David Farley, sir, you're one of a kind. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I can't wait to hear what it is that you decide to do on your birthday. So happy birthday to you both. Rolling into expectations. So you have your Google form this week. It's very similar to last week, and it will be next week as well. Google form this week. You have part 2 of your culminating, which I'll break down in a little bit. And then you have your 2 posts to the Padlet. Google form. I know you've never heard this from me before, but it's important you fill out your Google form. That's expectation number 1. So you need to click on the link, go through the different questions in the form, and if you're having any trouble accessing it, let me know. This is so routine. It's almost something that needs to not be said, but I'm still gonna say it as a reminder. That's our first expectation. Expectation numero dos. Your weekly Padlet. Minimum 2 posts, one of which should be something from the suggested workout breakdown. And looking at it right in front of me, we've got inspiration from one of Faith's posts, one of Sarah's posts, and one of Cassandra's posts. They're great workouts. We also have the challenge of the week, which is in the Padlet. It's to do a handstand. Please assess your area for risk before you decide to try a handstand. And if you are deciding to do it from a wall in your parent or guardian's house, make sure that they know that you're going to have your feet on their wall. Okay, so choose your wall wisely. And then on the last day of the week, the yoga workout, or whenever you end up doing the yoga, if you do. We have yoga for people in the service industry. I've been hearing from a lot of you that you're on your feet all day. Some of you are working right now full-time or babysitting all day, and you're just moving around a ton, so that's a great flow to kind of unwind and get some good stretching in. Your third and final expectation for the week is to continue with your culminating. So last week, if you're staying with the schedule, will have finished Where Have You Been? So that was before you began the course, your reflection. And this week you are focusing on part 2, so where are you at? So your prompt is, as I wrap up this course. So your first question, how would I describe my self-esteem and self-confidence? So as this course is wrapping up, where are you at with your self-confidence and self-esteem? Has it changed since you've transitioned into online learning? Has the amount of physical activity that you're doing now brought up your self-esteem and self-confidence, brought it down? Where are we at? It's a check-in for yourself. What am I doing to be physically active right now? So what does that look like? For a lot of you, that's just going to be recounting what I might have you doing on a weekly basis because you're just in the personal fitness course. For some of you, that will be adding additional information because you have certain workouts with your teams and with other programs. For some of you, that will be explaining what you're doing in other gym classes as well. I know some of the boys are also in Mr. Anstedt's class, so you'll be saying what you've been doing in short from week to week in that course as well. So and just a note for those people that are in Mr. Anstedt's and myself's course, I know that we're running the same Culminating, so make sure that you're filling in both of those where you need to, and ask me if you have any questions about how that is going to work. Your next question, how well do I assess risk when participating in activity? So from what you've learned this semester, what have you learned in terms of when you walk into a gym, and I don't mean a gym where you'll play, well, I mean both, but specifically into a gym where you might be lifting weight, what are some things that you might need to assess about the space that you're around? What do you know about joining any sort of teams or sports moving forward in terms of a warm-up or a cool down, or anything that you've gotten from this course or learned from this course? What have you learned even with risk assessment? So being aware of how much energy your body might need before or after an activity, and if you haven't eaten for the day, how that might actually put you more at risk when you are going to do that activity. Your next question is, how would you describe your diet? So throughout the course, how has your diet changed? So I know that at the beginning of the course, just as an example for myself, I was confined to whatever I'd pack in my lunch for the day. So I'd have a snack for the morning after we'd lift in the morning or shoot, and then I knew that I had a lunch for the middle of the day, and then I'd have a snack in the afternoon and dinner. I know that since I've been online at home learning, I've taken a lot more trips to my fridge. I know that my calories have definitely gone up, but my activity has also gone up as well. So it's important that in the diet section you're saying how your diet might have changed or what it looks like right now. And the next part is, how would I describe my mental health or wellness? So at this point, as you're wrapping up the course, how has your mental health changed over these last few months or weeks? So where are you at? It's a good check-in for yourself. And on that note, I just want to remind you that if you ever feel like you need to, reach out to me, send me an email if you are struggling with your mental health or wellness. Also, good resources are Mr. McLaughlin, if you want to send him an email. I know that admin would take emails, any teacher that you trust, so reach out if you need help. And then your last question is, how would I describe my current fitness goals? So as you're wrapping up this course, what do your goals look like right now that you've been working on? So has it been, my goal has just been to do the minimum of 20 minutes per day for my fitness course? Or has it been like, I've had a more long-term goal, and it started from the beginning of the course, and it was to work on my personal fitness in this area, and I'm still on track for that. That might be where you're at. So it's just like, what are your goals at this time for yourself? And for that question, make sure that you're talking about your current fitness goals. So not what your goals are for over the summer, because that is week 3. Okay? So don't dip into different areas, because you won't have enough to talk about in that area once you get to it. So part 1 was before the course, part 2 is since doing the course where you're at, part 3 is where you're going forward. A reminder, just before I go, we do have Zoom this Wednesday, the regular time. So if you need to pop in and ask any questions about your culminating, feel free to pop in. I'm more than happy to chat and talk about that, or any examples that you might need, or any questions that you might have about your progress. Be sure to share your culminating with me before then if you have any questions, or during. I'll remind you as well, just so if you do have questions, I can pop onto your document and give you some ongoing feedback to help you get the best mark that you can. And as I leave you, I'm gonna play a little piece of one of my favorite songs, as many of you know, and my grade 11s will definitely razz me for, because yes, I love Macklemore. And I think that this song is important right now because you guys are so close to the end, and I know that under the current circumstances, it's so easy to just want to stop trying. But I implore you, I encourage you, I'm here to support you in moving forward and taking this as an opportunity to really do as well as you can possibly do in these courses. Have a great week. You can do this.